Welcome back, Officer of the Republic. It's your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief APGAINS here, and today we have a very informative video for you guys. We got 5 high-value teams that you guys are going to want to either have, make a little bit stronger, or aspire to have as you progress through your journey. As you guys know, not everyone is an end game player. A lot of you guys are in the early game, the middle game, or the end game, and hopefully you can all benefit from this information. Before we do, quick 10 to 15 seconds, huge announcement, boom! I'm proud to announce that my website is coming soon. On this website, you'll be able to do everything you've ever wanted to do. Do you want to create or join a GAC tournament with your friends or guildmates? Figure out how to unlock all of the legendary characters, have access to the always updated greatest free-to-play farming guide of all time, mod tutorials for those of you who want to maximize your roster, figure out how to efficiently farm relics so you're never wasting a single resource, and much, much more. Coming soon, I'm happy to announce. If you guys do want to support this project because it is a massive undertaking, first link in the description will take you to Patreon. All of that money is being used to pay all of the people who are building this website behind the scenes. Thank you so much to everyone who's already donated and everyone who has put in work on this website. Thank you so much. Love you. Yes, I am excited about the website as well. Thank you for everyone who has already shown their support for that. We're going to hop in. The first one should be no surprise to veteran players, but a lot of people I find have been swerving around getting their SWGOH team, their CLS team up and running early. This is a team you can unlock, pre-level 85, so you can have this team up and running before you even can start GAC. In the earliest phases of the game, you don't have to have 3PO and Chewie. You don't have to have C-3PO. You don't have to have Han Solo, Chewbacca, 7 stars. This team has amazing synergy, and the reason it leads off the high-value teams here is because it's a high-value team. It's amazing on offense. You can undersize, you can get banners, you can punch up. It's amazing on defense at every iteration. At full Relic 7, Relic 8 across the board, Gear 10, 5-star Han Solo, 6-star Chewbacca, 3-star C-3PO and Chewie, 5-star C-3PO. This team does amazing things offensively and defensively at every level. It's going to kick off our high-value teams. No big shocker here. The next one, also no big shocker. I went the cool Revan over the lame Revan, Darth Revan over Jedi Knight Revan. As you can see, Malik is in here, so, eventually we are going to have both Revan teams up and running. But the reason I believe that this team is more valuable than the Jedi Knight Revan team is it's the Revan you should go for first. It takes a little bit longer than the original Jedi Knight Revan does to unlock at the very beginning. But what are the payoffs? It's a direct counter to Jedi Knight Revan, and Jedi Knight Revan is a character that people usually go for before they get Darth Revan. So if all your peers are getting Jedi Knight Revan and you got the Darth Revan, you have a massive advantage in that matchup in GAC, but also it's better offensively and defensively. Jedi Knight Revan teams on defense are formidable, but the value that they bring on offense far outweighs, the benefit of considering to place it on defense, especially because, if your opponent has a Darth Revan, you throw your Jedi Knight Revan on defense, you're basically gifting them a gigantic advantage over your roster if you guys are in that earlier stages. And it's just a fantastic team all around. Make sure your Darth Revans are fast, boys. Next, Qui-Gon Jinn. Now, the reason Qui-Gon Jinn I throw in at high value is as the game moves on a little bit, Omicrons are going to become more and more common. When Zetas first came out, you had to be really picky who you spent your Zetas on. As Omicrons become more and more available, you're going to be able to spend more and more of them. It's going to be less of an ask to spend an Omicron. But this is still probably the first or second Omicron any player should put into their roster, because you're going to eventually, over the course of going through the game, accrue Jedi, and especially Galactic Republic Jedi, who you aren't really going to be using. And Qui-Gon Jinn's Omicron just adds value to where there was previously none. His Omicron takes all the Jedi, makes them a lot stronger. You can punch up on offense, you can throw it on defense and hope it gets a hold. And, getting one hold can be the difference between winning and losing, because how many Grand Arenas have you guys watched me do, or you guys have done yourselves, where your opponent one-shots everything, you one-shot everything, it comes down to efficiency. If you can one-shot everything and have a team where there's a very high likelihood that your opponent, outside of knowing specific counters or having those teams available, now you have to remember, not everyone is going to be at a place where, they can just throw a Relic Bad Batch at Qui-Gon Jinn teams, because, you watch these GACs and people tell you the Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron's not great anymore because it can be easily countered. Sure, if you're 8 million GP, then maybe the Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron doesn't apply or doesn't give you as much value as if you're 4 million, 3 million, 2 million, 1 million, 5 million. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it is a high value character. A high value Omicron leads to a high value team. You're building value where there previously was none with unused Jedi, and you're giving your opponent a tough battle, a tough out to get that one shot, and that's a massive advantage. So we're going to move on. This is one that's going to appear in a couple of videos coming out in this week because, I want to do a lot of informational videos. We do a lot of meme stuff here. We like to have fun. We are the SWGOH, the greatest Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes player to ever live. Subscribe if you agree. APGAINS is awesome. He has a micro penis, but it doesn't matter. This team is one I spend a lot of time talking to Van Seal. Actually met him in person in LA while I was down there with the missus for Disneyland. This team is the other Omicron of the first two, the Zam Omicron. But even without the Zam Omicron, this team has been beating Darth Revens and Gases for as long as I can remember. It's such a great team, and I feel like it just doesn't have the... What am I saying? It doesn't have the fan base behind it oftentimes for how good this team is. How much value, and a lot of you guys are going to be early and mid-game players, so this will make more sense for you, but even the end-game players, I want you guys to chime in the comments. Those Darth Revan teams, those Gas teams, those are tough outs. Those are not easy battles. Even if you have a counter that works, you CLS Gas, or you outspeed Darth Revan with another Darth Revan, you know what I mean? Like, even if you have a solid plan to get those teams out, how much value is it knowing that you have this team to where something that is formidable, you go in, you get your abilities, Mando, boom, Gas is gone, you clean up quickly, you kill some guys, you recover some banners, you have an efficient Gas win. Or you go in against Darth Revan, you're faster because of Zam Omicron, or just general, modding in general. Boom, you take out Malik, you go around, you can take out Darth Revan. Of course, you can't, call the assist on Darth Revan because of that, but you can take out Bastila Shan, you can get the Marauder out of the way, and you can work back around and start beating down on Revan. How much value is it knowing that this team can go in there with so much speed and take out really tough outs quickly and efficiently? It's just a resource that and you're going to notice this in another video, this will make a guest appearance. You see down at the bottom left of your screen, I wish I had sooner. And that's the great thing about the APGAINS approved farming guide. A lot of you guys, thank you for showing your support recently, is as new characters come to the game, new abilities come to the game, reworks, as I learn more, it always adapts. The APGAINS approved farming guide is not the same now as it was 6 months ago or a year ago or even a couple months ago. As, new characters become accelerated rate. We get new reworks to characters because of Omicrons. New characters come out as marquee events. New legendary characters or events come out that require certain characters. New galactic legends come out. It's always evolving, and this team is going to have a stronger showing in future iterations. And that's why this team is just so much value, because you can take out tough outs efficiently and quickly. Next, everyone knows the Padme team is good, really good early game. You can solo the event with just using Django. This team is, I find, massively increased with value when Arnold dropped his farming guide, because then so many people are going SLKR rushes, and so many people put value in a highly relict crew, a highly relict Kylo Ren unmasked, because you can get timeouts. But with even a weak Padme team, Padme, Anakin, and whatever else, probably Ahsoka and General Kenobi, because that's the standard team at the lower levels. At the higher levels, a crew team is basically dog doo-doo. But at the lower levels, your opponent overinvests in these characters because he's rushing SOKR. Your weak Padme team hard counters with, okay efficiency. You don't need to invest too much in the team. Your opponent's invested a lot in this highly relict First Order team. And you go in there. It's like you're getting value. This is the high value teams, five high value teams. Your opponent's overinvesting, you're underinvesting, you're coming out on top. I think that's the picture-perfect definition of high value. SOKR rush is dumb. And that's the last one. I guess I don't know how to count to 5. There's your summary. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you found this entertaining, also informational. If you guys have feedback on the teams that I missed that you think are higher value than these teams, I'm sure some exist. Teams that you think are on this list maybe aren't high value at all and you completely disagree with APGAINS, I would love all of that feedback, as well as maybe a like, maybe a subscription. We are trying to get 14,000 subscribers by the end of February. That would be awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you, and I'll see you later.